And now, today, we're joined by a guest whose perspective bridges multiple worlds. Gadi Ezra is Israel's former director of the National Public Diplomacy Unit, a lawyer specializing in international law and the laws of warfare, an IDF combat reservist, and author of the acclaimed book, 11 Days in Gaza. Recently, Gadi completed an extensive speaking tour across the United States with Jewish National Fund USA, engaging with different Jewish communities during this critical time in Israel-Diaspora relations. Thank you, Gadi, for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here, Sivan.
So your speaking tour with the Jewish National Fund USA took you across America during a complex time, particularly challenging time. What were the most common concerns or questions that you encountered from American Jewish communities?
So, of course, the concerns regarded the here and now, on the one hand, the hostages, where is the war going, the situation on the ground, both inside Gaza with IDF troops there, and also in the Otef and in the Israeli north. But also, there were many concerns and questions and inquiries regarding the future, about the long-term perspective, Sivan, on where we're heading as a nation. What is the story we want to tell ourselves and our grandkids in 50 and 100 years from now? And I was trying to gap, those bridges as a combat soldier, completing almost 300 days of reserve duty as a combat soldier.
Wow.
As a lawyer, but first and foremost, as an Israeli.
Now, how would you characterize the current relationship between American Jewry and Israel, especially compared to previous years?
Right, so because you've exposed I'm a lawyer, I'm going to answer like a lawyer, and I'll say it depends. So this relationship on the one hand is complicated because, for many, many years, especially among the younger generations in North America, there was a sense of I would describe as a less of belonging to the larger Zionist project, okay? And following October 7th, we saw a lot of people feeling like the attack, the massacre, didn't just occur in Otef Israel, but also it was an attack, it was an assault on them, on their safe haven, on their neshama. How do we take all this energy right now that we have, all these emotions and frustrations on the one hand and belief on the other hand, and take it to a constructive process in which we shape a joint story together? What I've seen through the work of Jewish National Fund USA there is a genuine attempt to do exactly that, either through their investments in Israel, but also through their engagements in North America, inter alia, through the events that I had the honor to partake in and bring my humble and modest perspective to the table.
So if I ask you, based on your recent experiences, what gives you hope for the future of this vital relationship? Sivan, I always said I've done a day or two of reserve duty during this war, and I can tell you that, the symbol of Jewish National Fund USA was there in every corner in the kibbutzim, in the Otef. That was a reminder of the fact that we are not alone. And even when I went to the United States to speak with our Jewish family abroad, I felt something unique. Here's a country the size of New Jersey, and I don't mean to sound like a cliche, Sivan, but the size of New Jersey, that people from every corner of the globe feel like they have a share in it. And they have ammunition to our enemies, but they don't have what we have. They don't have the spirit of the Jewish people. This is why I'm hopeful. This is why I'm sure we will win, because we talk a lot of times about Am Yisrael Chai. For me, this is the true materialization of the fact that Am Yisrael Chai, and even more so, Sivan, when I see the decisions on the ground being taken, the fact that people actually show up. Israel is the only place in the world in which during times of war, people are running in rather than running away. And throughout the war, when I see people coming, showing up, helping, it could be, collecting strawberries or avocados, or just giving a shoulder. That's what gives me hope, because this war is not just going to be won on the ground, on the kinetic battlefield. It's a war over the hearts and minds. And when I see the way we act as a people, as unified people, I'm pretty hopeful, Sivan. Wow, that is remarkable. And so is spending over 300 days in reserve duty. So thank you for that.
Toda rabba.
Gadi Ezra, thank you.
Toda rabba.